Ahojte a vítajte pri ďalšom videu s magazínom Touch IT. V tomto videu sa budeme rozprávať s novým generálnym riaditeľom spoločnosti Orange Slovensko. Je to Mariusz Gatzom, ktorý je aktuálne na Slovensku 25 týždňov, čo je celkom také pekné číslo, keďže Orange oslavuje v roku 2022 25 rokov.
Mariusz, vítajte na Slovensku. Ako by ste zosumarizovali vašich prvých 25 týždňov v Orange Slovensko?
Orange Slovakia.
So thank you for having this opportunity to meet you. Indeed, it's 25 weeks, but for me it's like 2.5. The time is passing so fast because when you come to new things, you have to go quickly into discover people, subjects, and all the things that were waiting for you or are waiting for you. So it was a very intensive time of a very intensive work. First, second, I enjoy a lot. I mean, I enjoy a lot the country. I enjoy a lot Bratislava, especially when it comes to Małe Karpaty. The view, it's beautiful. Commuting is quite easy for me. The atmosphere of the city, I enjoy it a lot. I traveled a little bit around the country, not that much, but wherever I go, Košice, Banská Bystrica, I see mountains everywhere and I like it very much. So from the perspective of everything which is around outside of my office, my work, I enjoy a lot. And what I do in the office, I enjoy as well, because this is the best time when you come. Everything is like a white page of paper and you need to write it down with your stories. So this is a very interesting and exciting time of professional life.
Počas vašej prezentácie ste spomínali, že sa viete vcítiť do zákazníka. Aký je teda slovenský trh? Akí sú u nás zákazníci a akí sú ich potreby?
Well, when I was saying about getting into the shoes of customer, I was saying that probably I'm more capable to do that than to go into the configuration of the network. So probably based on my experience that was predominantly commercial, it's easy for me to go this direction. I have to be very careful in order not to jump into anything specific after 6 months because I might make a big mistake, but probably I will not make a big mistake or any faux pas by saying that I would not say that Slovak customers are different than customers in Poland, customers probably in Austria or France. I mean, everybody is expecting to have a good quality service. Provided with the process that is with a good experience, with the competitive pricing. So from that perspective, it's not a big difference. There are differences between markets, of course. Slovak market is still a subsidized market, while some other markets are not subsidized markets. So the business models are changing a little bit. But I believe that some standard behaviors are very much in common, and probably over months and years I would be able to more precisely answer your question about the differences, particularly about Slovakia.
Okay. Spomínali ste, že pre každého je veľmi dôležitá kvalita a vy ste prišli do Orangeu práve v roku, keď získal viaceré ocenenia za kvalitu siete. Čo je príčinou tohto úspechu a ako plánujete zlepšovať najlepšiu sieť na Slovensku?
How we want to upgrade the best network in Slovakia?
No, so first of all, I'm very proud that we have this leadership position when it comes to the network quality, which is confirmed. It's a little bit of the anecdotic situation, but every 2 months we've been receiving a reward, which is very pleasant for me, to be completely frank. Where is the recipe for the success, if I understand your question? I think that there are a few of them, but first, we have a great team, really experienced team, working on our network, monitoring our network, deploying our network, maintaining our network, modernizing our network. So we have great women and men of Orange Slovensko that are every day giving the best. That's probably the first point. And second point, probably I will not surprise you. We invest a lot of money into this network every year to keep this situation. So those two probably are the main factors that giving you an answer ad hoc comes to my mind. People, investment and time.
Okay.
Keď hovoríme o zlepšovaní, spomínali ste, že váš plán do konca roka 2022 je mať 5G pokrytie na úrovni 20% a v roku 2023 ešte zrýchliť 5G pokrývanie. Mohli by ste byť konkrétnejší, čo môžeme očakávať?
So we indeed have a plan that we approved to accelerate. I don't want to be specific at that point in time, but we want to more than accelerate for 2023 and 2024. That by probably 2025 we will be having comparable coverage that we have today with our 4G network.
You are probably the first.
Ste prvým telekomunikačným operátorom na Slovensku, ktorý prináša solárne nabíjanie BTS staníc ako riešenie na efektívne manažovanie energetických nákladov. Ako výrazne vám pomáha toto riešenie znižovať energetické náklady BTS staníc?
So, I think the subject was in the air already before, because our mother company announced that we're going to reach carbon neutrality by 2040, which seems to be a long time from now. But in order to be carbon neutral, you need to start investing right now. And Orange is a very serious player when it comes to energy, ESG as a subject. So the subject became even more important nowadays when we see what is happening with the prices of energy. So this is, although quite painful, but still a situation that gives an acceleration for looking for alternatives to, let's say, dirty energy. So we discovered that it's with certain investment, obviously, it makes sense for us to invest in solar panels. Such a solar panel can decrease the consumption of the energy of particular BTS, even down to 30%. I would say that 30% is something that sounds really appealing. I believe it's still two-digit, maybe a little bit less, but this is something which is really material. So this is the first point. Second point, I don't know if you're aware, but in our country, I would say 2/3 of our network, 2,600 BTSs, are eligible to install solar panels because the operation of the sun allows to extract enough energy to gain the efficiency. It's not in each and every country, but we are lucky to be in a, I would say, geographical position on the map that 2/3 of our network can be powered by solar panels. I think this is a quite promising direction, so therefore we decided to invest because by doing this investment we are aiming at achieving two goals. So first, carbon neutrality that we need to achieve anyway, and second, the energy decrease. And usually in the telecommunication operator, I would say 70% of your spends for energy bills is coming from the networks and all the systems, all the platforms that you run in order to keep network running. So whatever you put as a facilitator for having less energy spent is having an impact on your final bill finally. So this is the direction we will definitely go for. We started with the first one to do that. We announced that 2 weeks ago to the public opinion, and probably next year we'll even accelerate in this direction. Obviously, you cannot do 2/3 of 2,600 BTSs over the night. It takes time. So those savings will come over years, but once upon a time, I would say the payback for such a solar panel should be around 5-6 years, which is a pretty decent and acceptable payback period.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.